Whether a person made a will or not before passing, he or she will have certain persons to play the very critical role of distributing their estate. So, who is a personal representative and what are his duties? A personal representative is someone who acts in a position of trust for the benefit of others. A personal representative is also known as a fiduciary. Fiduciaries must possess and act with high standards of integrity, ethics, and accountability. To bring home my point, the executors of your estate where you made a will or the administrators of your estate where you made no will are known as your personal representatives. So, what are the duties of your personal representatives? 1. To prove your will. 2. To make sure you have a decent burial. 3. To gather all the assets in the estate, that is, locate and collect all your properties from various locations and companies. 4. To pay all your liabilities and just debts. 5. To exercise the duty of care in the distribution of your estate. 6. To exercise good faith in the course of administering and distributing your estate. Please take a moment to follow or subscribe to my page. Also like and share this content so that more people can see and benefit. Let us now briefly look at the duties of a personal representative. Number 1, the duty to prove the will. You see, your executors, as a matter of duty, must prove your will by applying for probate at the probate registry of the relevant state high court. Please note that the executors must apply for probate within a specified period of time. In Lagos State, for instance, where an executor deals with the property of the deceased and failed to apply for probate within 3 months after the death of the deceased, he is said to be in contempt of court and shall be liable to a fine. Number 2, duty to give the deceased a decent burial. Please note that since the personal representatives act in that position of trust and integrity, they are expected as a matter of priority to ensure that the deceased is given a decent burial before the distribution of the deceased's estate. Most times, deceased persons leave their burial instructions with their lawyers outside their will, so the personal representatives will collect the instruction and run with it. Number 3, duty to gather all the assets or properties in the estate. It is safe to conclude that before distribution of the estate of a deceased person can take place, these properties must first be gathered and properly organized by the personal representatives. The personal representatives must trace and locate all assets of the deceased and ensure to distribute same according to the instructions of the deceased in the will. Please note that the courts have decided that the personal representatives need not be granted probate before they can take steps to collect and protect the estate of the deceased. In a particular case, the executors of the estate of the deceased person instituted an action in court to restrain the wife of the deceased person from interfering with the estate of the deceased. The said wife contested the suit on the ground that the executors did not have the capacity to initiate the suit since they had not obtained probate of the will. But the court disallowed her argument and decided in favor of the executors. Number 4, duty to pay all liabilities and just debts of the deceased. If you are one of those who think that once a person dies, he becomes free from his debts, you are really joking. Now, let me help you moderate that thought. As a matter of fact and law, it is a fundamental responsibility of your personal representatives to pay up your just debts. So these debts will be paid from your estate at the time of distribution and not from the personal account of your personal representatives. Your personal representatives are also required to pay for your funeral expenses and other expenses such as fees required for obtaining probate or letters of administration. It is, however, important that I mention that the mode of payment of the debts will depend on whether the estate is buoyant or not. Number 5, duty of care. As fiduciaries, the personal representatives must ensure that all their actions must be to serve the best interest of the beneficiaries of the estate. One cannot overemphasize the fact that the personal representatives must avoid any form of conflict of interest and regard the interest of the beneficiaries as priority over theirs. Furthermore, the personal representatives cannot profit from the estate of the deceased which they have been trusted to administer. Number 6, duty to exercise good faith. As a matter of fact, whether or not your personal representatives are being watched by third parties, they must be upright and altruistic in executing their tasks, as they cannot convert the estate properties to their personal benefit or buy or sell any of the properties of the estate to themselves. Please remember to take bold steps to plan your estate, because an unplanned estate is a potential chaos being nurtured by you today. I am the estate planning attorney.